Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Ance Armstrong back again here today. It is Monday. Y'all know what that means. It's time for Market Monday here on the channel, where we break down all the content happening in MLB The Show 21 this week and talk about how we can utilize all this content coming out to make subs for you. Now, of course, as well, we do stream live on Twitch almost every day of the week as well. You can hit the link to that down in the description below. And if you're a channel member here, you're part of the Stub Squad level 1, 2, or 3, you get access to our market talk room in Discord, where we're breaking down more of the details in the market, talking about a lot of things that we're talking about in these videos as well. A free place to come in, ask some questions. And all the Sub Squad level 2 members are getting early access to videos just like this, so you're even more prepared, one step ahead of the game, to be able to make some subs. We may have a bit of a light content week overall. I think we're getting prepared for some more content coming here in the future. We do have a great stub making opportunity this week, especially one of the more surefire, risk-free investments that we can make. A great way to make 2, 3, even 4 times our stubs, possibly, depending on how much we put in. A great opportunity to get in and get some investments here. We'll be talking about that in this video at the end. Let's hop into the video though and take a look at what the market's looking like right now. First thing, I want to look at these All-Star Game home run derby players. If you've been holding on to them since the flash sale, I do think that they're just about at their peak right now. Take a look at a guy like Lance Lynn from this mid-tier. You can see the drop from the flash sale. It rose, dropped again as we started to get some more content. They've come back up since. Same with these low tier guys as well. You can see the drop, the climb, the drop again, and they've climbed back up. I think this is about going to be where their peak is, especially considering that in the next few days, in the next week or so, we are to get both the All-Star Game and Home Run Derby packs from the daily program. We'll take a look here at the Home Run Derby guys. Pretty similar story here. You can see not quite as big of a crash, but they have rebounded, especially these low tier guys. We can see a really firm rebound there. I do think this is probably about as high as they're going to get. Some of them are even getting close to where they were before the flash sale crash. So I definitely think these are a very safe sell, especially as every day you hold on to them, you risk them pumping more into the game. Maybe there could be one even in the BR program tomorrow. Who knows? Next, looking at the live series market, it's been holding pretty steady for somebody like Mike Trout. He's been trending down ever so slightly. I think the biggest thing to note with this live series market is we have a lot of golds that are very, very, very affordable investments right now. I mean, a guy like Cody Bellinger, even at 1,400. Kendall Graveman, obviously there's a lot of hype around him and Rizal, but JT Realmuto at 1,600. Gene Segura, Kyle Tucker has solid upgrade potential. Trevor Story at 2,500 could get an upgrade. Jake Cronenworth, Brandon Crawford on my watch list as well. Nobody is too expensive. Even a guy like Robbie Ray down here at 1,300. Tim Anderson at 1,800. There's a lot of investability happening. Jack Flaherty, 1,400. A lot of cards you can invest in right now if you're looking to make roster update investments. Now is a really good time to do so, as the live series market is super low, the lowest we've seen it in quite some time. If you're wondering who I'm keeping my eye on for this roster update, click the link at the top of the video right now. That's what I'm looking at for this current roster update that's upcoming. Now, of course, still some time before that roster update, but again, with the market right now, it's a good time to come in, get in early before some of the locks end up being 5K, and you can't really go in and invest in those. Another thing to note, we don't know when it's going to happen, but these Field of Dreams packs are going to leave the market at some point in time. Take a look at some of the prices. A guy like My Piazza right now, he's been holding pretty steady around that 104K. I would Lefty Grove, right around 104K as well, as is most likely Mike Schmidt. They're all 104K. That being said, though, once this pack leaves, I don't think we'll be able to obtain it for at least a little bit, especially with it being just a brand new pack. So expect those prices to start rising, especially for these first tier, base tier guys. 7,100 on Chris Bryant on the sell now. It looks like that's even up a little bit based off what this is saying right here. It's saying he was down to closer to 6,400 the other day. Lou Brock is right around 6K. Jim Palmer all around, I'm sorry, they're all right around 7K. 66 for Canerco. Dylan Betances at 7. So right around that 6 to 7K mark. I definitely envision these cards going up, maybe even getting closer to 12 to 15K. I do envision that being a reality that happens at least until we get this pack for free somewhere, as these are really cheap cards, as people are still going after Mookie and just adding cards to their squad. These are still really, really cheap cards that people can have. So people are going to be going out picking these cards up, and if you can't obtain them anymore, if they're no longer in the packs, you can see their price start to rise ever so slightly. We've seen that happen with both the space and the kitchen sink. As those cards have been removed, or those packs have been removed, we've seen the prices of those cards just trend up ever so slightly. Now, the main content piece we're getting this week is a brand new BR program. As you can see by this right here, we have 20 hours, 18 minutes until the BR program ends, and we'll be getting a brand new BR program in the game with new 90-point reward. That's going to be Albert Pujols, and there are 12 and over rewards. Look like they're going to be Stan Musial and Aroldis Chapman. So that'll impact a lot of things. Firstly, out the gate, Leiter and Trevor Story are going to be out of the pack. So right now, 89K for Story and 198K for Leiter. We can see it on the trend lines. Been holding fairly steady, even going up a little bit for Leiter as he was needed for those milestones. Story had that drop there as well. That being said, though, you won't be able to obtain these cards from the program pack anymore starting tomorrow. So their circulation should dry up a little bit. You could see their prices start to climb. I don't know if necessarily it's an investment play, but if you were looking to buy one of them, if you were wanting to get Outlier or Trevor Story on your squad, now is probably a really, really good time to do so, as it's likely that their price starts to increase ever so slightly once they're gone from the BR program pack. Also, you never know what's going to come in this path as well. We're getting to the point of the year where we should really start getting some juice rewards through packs and things like that all over the place. So maybe a choice pack, maybe a Field of Dreams pack, All-Star Game Home Run Derby pack finds its way in the BR path. They may just keep it simple with these ballin' packs, but you never know how they mix it up and throw in other things. They've surprised us before. We could get a change to that and get some of those choice packs in the reward path, which would have a huge impact on things. Now, of course, the big thing we're looking at here, though, are the silver and gold packs, and that's where we have the opportunity to make a ton of stuff. So let's pull up this silver pack here. The current guys that we're working with: Ed Matthews, Jay Buhner, Billy Wagner, Wellington Castillo. You can see the sell now at 3,500, 3,500. All four of these are around a 3,500 on the sell now. They've been holding pretty steady on that. We take a look at an older guy, maybe a Chris Sale. He's at 2,800 on the sell now. We look at the marketplace trend. That is up quite a bit. You can see right below where I'm at right now. Last month, that was under close to 1,000 stubs at the end of July. Here in the last week of July, I was selling close to 1,000 stubs, and we can see over the last couple days at points, Chris Sale has almost touched 5K, the max sell now price for a silver. We can see that with some other options as well. Eric Davis is 2,800. Pretty similar trend line here, as you can see. Just a very, very firm trend upward. Take a look at an older one even here. Let's take a look at this Eric Gagne, 2,900 on the sell now. Very similar trend upward, selling right around 1,000 stubs at the end of July. Now up to a buy now of 4,400. Of course, the max you can do for a silver is 5K. So what does this mean? What is that? How does that impact things? How can we make stubs tomorrow when the new BR program drops? Assuming they haven't changed anything, and that's the key for sure. Assuming they haven't changed anything up, but they haven't at this point. I don't think they will. There will be an immense amount of these cards flooded into the market, because we'll get 4 new silvers. And as you get to that silver pack in the BR program, you'll get to choose one of those 4 new silvers. But in addition to that, you'll get to choose an additional silver for each new program that we've had. So I think you're up to like 5 or 6 silvers you get in total from the silver pack. And what happens, people get all of these silvers and they're just going through and selling them immediately. So whenever a guy like Tyler Flowers all of a sudden tomorrow is, instead of a 2,900 sell now, he's a 1,500 sell now, or 1,000 sell now. I personally find that to be a very, very good price point to come in and pick up. And then after the hype of the BR program dies out over a week and people start playing other things, we see the supply of these dry up a little bit. You can't continually obtain them over and over and over again. You can only get them that limited amount of time during the program. We see those then start to trend back upwards again until we have another BR program job. And you can kind of rinse and repeat there. They're pretty safe investments. They're going to go up. It's a pretty firm trend that they've been following for every BR program that we've had. Of course, that's not just silvers, though. We have the golds as well. Look at the 4 recent golds that we're working with: Santana, Seager, Betances, and Moreland. Moreland sell now 4,900. Betances 4,900. Seager 4,900. And, of course, Carlos Santana right at 5K. So these are all very much the same price. Look at the trend line. They've been holding that price and increasing up because, as you can see here, right, the program comes out. You can see right under me, the program comes out. There is a large influx of this card because a lot of people are completing the BR program, acquiring that card, selling it. So it's selling right there around 2,000 stubs out the gate within a day or so. And then, of course, now he's selling up 8,200 on the buy now. So imagine you stockpiled 100 when he was 2K a piece, and now you could sell them for 8,200. Now, of course, you're sitting on that for a long time. I probably would have sold before that, right, and taken a profit, but you get the idea that we're going for. There's some subs to be made here. Look at some older guys like a Matt Carpenter. Their sell now price is all right around the 3,500 right now. We take a look at the marketplace trends, and you can see Matt Carpenter, it looks like during that last drop, got under 1,750, so probably closer to around 1,500. He's now selling for 5,800. So in terms of a return on your investment, that's a really, really strong return on your investment, and it's fairly safe. They've been following this trend line for a while. We'll take a look at an older guy as well, Steve Cishek. Again, right around that 3,500. All of these secondary golds, all around that same price, and you can see he got down closer to around 1,250 on the sell now the day of that last program or the day after that last program. Currently up to a 5,300 on the buy now. Again, really, really good return. Now, of course, at some time, but even still, if we see he got down to 1,250, even a week later, he was already getting back up to 4K plus. He's been holding that trend line. We'll look even older. Guy like Miguel Sano from the very first one, 3,500. You can see the same trend line happening. They got down to around 1,500 on the sell now. So for me, on these old golds, pretty much all of these cards you're seeing on the screen, I'm looking at around 1,500 or so to pick those up. If I can find some for a little bit cheaper, I will certainly go about picking those up as well. And if they're 1,500, I'll hold them for a week. And if I can then sell them for 35 to 4K, that's a really, really strong return on your investment right there. It's hard to actually get much better returns than that. It's almost flash sale levels of investability for these gold and silver BR cards. So many of them are going to be influxed into the market. They also will be really, really good flips, I'd imagine, as well. We'll see. We'll be taking a look at it. We may be doing a flipping challenge with some of these cards as we're investing as well, if the margins of flips are there. But the quantity of these should be moving very quickly. Their price should drop significantly, and you should have a really, really good opportunity to come in, buy some up for cheap, sell them in a week or so, 3 to 4 times the amount of subs you put in. So again, we're probably going to be getting a calendar update tomorrow. So we could see some new things pop up on the calendar. If there is anything that we need to talk about, we'll definitely be putting together a video on that. But the main thing we're looking at is the BR program. That's all that we know that's coming at this point. That's the only content update we have. I'd imagine tomorrow we get some new information. Of course, new waiting program not that far away either. Things to consider there on that front. But the BR program should be a great opportunity to make stubs. Not only can you invest in these silvers and golds, you can go through it. If you can complete the program relatively quickly, those 12-0 cards are going to sell for a ton right out the gate. And that could be the stubs you need to end up getting you Mookie Betts or any sort of collection, picking up other 12-0 cards. Whatever your goals are, BR program is going to be a very, very profitable venture. That's all we got today, though. As always, you enjoyed the video, definitely be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And let me know down in the comment section below what you think of the new possible BR rewards that we're getting with the Stan Musial that's been confirmed and what looks to be a Aroldis Chapman coming tomorrow in the game. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Until next time, I'll catch y'all around.